Hello and welcome to the Wellness Journey podcast with me, Rhi Bowden.
And me, Suzanne Williams. And today is our Calm Toolkit for Christmas, a special episode, not about the chatting and the discussion, but about actual tools to support you during this busy time of year or merry time of year.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes. So we've already talked about in part 1 and part 2 of creating calm for the Christmas period.
Definitely.
So hopefully you've listened to those episodes, and this one is a special one now with some tools. So Suzanne, would you like to kickstart this episode maybe with a breathing exercise?
Yeah,
how about that?
Definitely. So breathing is a brilliant way of bringing some calm, creating some space. It's easy, it's free, and it can be done everywhere and anywhere. And you don't need a lot of time. So let's go for a short technique that you can put in to create a pause and some space. Now this technique it's called 4-7-6. And what we do in this is we're going to breathe in over the count of 4. And we're going to hold for quite a long time in a way that feels okay. If you can only do it for 5, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to breathe out for 6. We're going to start to slow down our nervous system and calm it down. So we'll have a little go together. And when we breathe in, it's through our nose, out through our mouth, just to help our system. So let's have a go. We're going to breathe in for the count of 4. Hold for 7. Breathe out for 6. Let's do it one more time. In for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 6. Have a little moment to reflect on how you feel and come back. Small technique. Powerfully, physiologically as well. Doesn't have to be long.
No.
But it can bring us some calm. You can go into the toilet, nip into the toilet in the house, get away from the busy, and just do that a few times.
I find closing my eyes helps as well with that. So it just sort of it centers you. You focus on the breath, and you really just So it's almost like you're shutting off everything. Definitely. The vision, the noise, everything, just sort of being present with you.
Yeah. And already I feel calm just doing that. Yeah. It's pretty fab, isn't
Breathing exercises are so powerful for creating calm, and like I said, just tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system, isn't it? And just bringing you back into rest and digest.
Definitely,
because we can be in this sort of heightened fight or flight mode a lot over the Christmas period. Definitely. Because of the busyness. So it's just bringing that back, isn't it? And centering yourself.
Definitely. And you can do it with your family as well, because they'll help with hyperactivity and attention and trauma. Yeah. So bring it in. What about you, Rhian?
I always love the breathing exercise using the hand as well.
I think
too. For children, I think that's quite a nice one.
In and out, up and down. Christmas star even.
Yeah.
This can be a Christmas star. Yeah. And you can make it a bit of fun.
So it's in on the way up, isn't it? And out on the way down. And you can do that as sort of slowly or fast or however you want. I mean, you're trying to obviously bring it down. So you want to slow it.
Is better.
Slow is better. But there's no sort of, you don't have to count with it.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's just you move with your own breath and try and slow it down. And I also find with breathing exercises, if I breathe through my nose, obviously that naturally slows everything down, because the airways are smaller, and so you slow it down because you can't rush air in quickly, and so nasal breathing I find is really
definitely useful. And cut out a Christmas star with your family and do it together. Point around the Christmas star so everybody's calmer. The children are calmer. Auntie Jane, if you remember her from the previous episode, she can do the star breathing too, and she'll feel calmer too. It's good for everyone, definitely.
And sometimes I even sort of, if I'm in a group environment and I'm thinking, okay, I need to take a breath here, but I'm not I don't feel ready to leave the table or leave the room. Sometimes I even just sort of press on each nail, as it were. I almost go, right, press my thumb, breathe in, breathe out, press my other finger, breathe in, breathe out. And I almost just go through all my little fingers with that little bit of a compression. And it's just sort of
grounding. Very grounding.
Yeah.
We'll do something like that in a moment as well. So
Yeah.
definitely, what other tools then, Rhi? What tool would you bring?
I personally think it's important to get outside and have some fresh air and have some movement. I think being in nature, even if it is raining, getting your waterproofs on and still getting out. This time of year, because it's dark and it's sometimes very wet as well. It's not always this, snow
wonderland
that we see. It's very often quite wet and not so great. So trying your best to get outside where you can. And, if you feel like you're around people a lot, then even getting outside on your own and just having that moment, having that little walk, offering to, I'll nip down to the shops and go and get that milk that we haven't got, and just using that as a bit of me time and me space.
Absolutely.
But that always grounds you and fills you up, just feeling the wind, the rain, the sun, the snow, whatever it is, being out in the elements and moving your body.
Both, isn't it? The movement and the outside space is going to bring you more calm. And the more we can do it more frequently, if you can do a little bit every day, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Getting out when you can. I really agree with that one. That's such an important one for your mental well-being.
And
definitely.
What else would you say, Suzanne?
Okay.
I've got another.
So I'm going to combine an affirmation, which is an I am statement, with breathing and our fingers. This is a really easy one to do. You can do it at the dinner table. You can have a moment. Nobody's going to sort of hear you. We're going to use the words I am calm to send a signal to our brain. And we're going to use our fingers. We're going to press our thumb and our index finger first. And in our head, we say I. Then we press our thumb and our middle finger together and we say am. Then we go to our fourth finger and thumb and we say calm. So we're repeating the I am calm slowly. I am calm. If you want to add a breath in, so really slow it down with the breathing. You are creating a little trigger and you're saying I am calm, which is telling your brain I am calm. The breath is slowing down your nervous system and the finger creates a trigger. You can do it with your family. Mm-hmm. The children can make up some, I am brave, I'm calm, I'm strong. Do it together or do it sitting at the dinner table. It's getting a bit busy. I'm just in my head. I am calm. I am calm. Go to the toilet. I am calm. You're just going to create a lovely signal, a lovely bit of grounding again, and you're combining them both. So definitely would do that one.
Yeah, no, that's lovely. Definitely. Having the affirmation with the breathing. I think that's brilliant. I also find journaling powerful any time of the year.
Absolutely.
But if there are emotions that are coming up, it is an emotional time and you are going to feel various different emotions. I just find it a perfect way to let go of those.
Definitely.
And to reflect on them as well. I think when you don't talk about them or write about them or let them out in some way, they just stay within you.
Yes.
And when they stay within you, they create this unease. And the unease of these emotions flowing around can then make you feel anxious or nervous or unsettled or irritable or frustrated. So letting things out, I think, is really important. So journaling for me is something that I will go to, and I combine it with sort of meditation as well. So I may pause and meditate and then get the notebook out and just write and just free write, just what is on my mind. How am I feeling today? Why am I feeling stuck in my throat? Why is my throat contracted? Why am I feeling heavy in my chest? Why am I feeling there's a knot in my stomach? Why is that not there? So being aware of physical sensations, where I'm holding it in my body, and then asking myself that question. Why is that? And very often the answers then will come, and because you've sort of maybe done some breathing or some meditation beforehand, so you're grounding yourself, you're more aware then, and that flow can come. Whereas sometimes if I journal without
slowing down, and
without that pause,
definitely,
I might not be as intuitive and be able to release or find out
what it is,
really what's going on, you know.
Definitely, because we will experience triggers at Christmas. It's a heightened time of everything, so the things that normally buzz in the background can come out. So if at the end of that day we say, right, I'm going to go upstairs before I go to sleep or whatever, I'm going to journal. Why did I feel that pain in my stomach when I was talking about that? Why did I feel anxious about that? And take some breaths, start to journal and see what flows, because somatically, well, your body's showing you stuff. Always. Your body is a huge communicator, trauma-wise, trigger-wise, everything-wise. So heal over Christmas. Let Christmas be a time when you release some stuff, when you let go. Put in that, breathe in and put in that pen to paper. The pen will do the work. You won't. Your thinking mind will sort of stop and you'll just flow. And maybe you'll let go of something that you've had for years, which will lead to a brighter Christmas. Yeah, journaling is huge. And on places like YouTube, there are incredible journalers showing you. If you typed in Christmas journaling or something, people will help. There's lovely ideas to make it flow more, or just go for it and see what flows.
And I link in with what you were saying about journaling later on in the day. I find it really useful to get rid of stuff that day rather than go to sleep, because if I go to sleep and I haven't really reflected on the stuff that came up that day, my sleep will be disturbed.
Yes.
And when your sleep is disturbed and you're not sleeping well, you're then already, that can trigger the sort of stress and all the stress hormones in our body. So we're not starting the day well when we haven't slept very well. And of course, you've got things like later nights, alcohol, all these things that contribute to not sleeping, or even just a busy mind because you've got this to-do list of, I got to do that, got to do that, got to do that. And so you're not sleeping well. So then, you might be starting the day and you're only on 50%.
Absolutely, which is not going to help. So sleep is a big one. And there's a lovely breathing technique to help with sleep, actually. That helps.
Yes.
And I would, a tip would be as well, hour or two before sleep, let the lights in the house be dimmer, turn the volume down on the TV just a little bit to send the signals to your brain. Devices, if you can come away from them, just to slow the brain down a little bit. And then this technique can really help. And it's called many names, but I'm going to call it straw breathing. You're imagining you've got a straw. So when you breathe in through your nose, normally you breathe in slowly. Imagine there's a straw in your mouth and you breathe out long with that sound and that sort of small pursed lip. It really slows down and gets you into parasympathetic. So you'd breathe in and straw, breathe out. Let's do it twice more. In. Last one. In. Allow yourself to come down and do that for as long as you need to really slow down all the chemicals from the day, the adrenaline and the cortisol, and have a better sleep.
Sometimes a nice hot bath can help as well.
Yeah, a warm bath is really good.
A warm bath before bed is nice. And, and what we mentioned about journaling, that sometimes it may not be that you want to journal about emotions or what's happened the day. It could be that you just want to write your to-do list and get all your thoughts of this is what I got to do really tomorrow. I'm going to get them all down,
put them on paper,
make a list, whatever. And so I don't have to think about them.
Because they're there
for the morning. They're there and I've got a plan for tomorrow and that's what I'm going to do. And it's, out of my head.
Yeah, that's a really good one. And a lovely tool, you could be doing your gratitude journal before sleep or reflecting what you feel grateful for. That's a very calming one and healing. You may feel you've had a really, icky day, but I bet there's some good stuff there, like a warm house or a good friend. Gratitude is a huge one to bring into Christmas to help. So that would be another one of my tools.
Yeah.
What are you grateful for? Maybe in this moment right now, what are you grateful for? Rian, what are you grateful for in this moment? Let's do that.
Do you know what? I'm just so grateful for my health. I think when you've been unwell, and it's restricted you, and you felt really, really rubbish.
Yes. It's
To
a big
feel
wake-up call,
good,
isn't it? Yeah,
to be healthy and feel good, and to be able to live my life how I want to, be active.
It's
and
huge.
That is every day. I just think, wow. I can, and it's amazing. And
It is amazing.
And this is what we're here to help you with, because we want all of you to feel good, and we want all of you to, be able to live the life that you want.
Yeah, joy, and these tools really do work, not just because we're saying them. Studies have shown, scientific studies have shown, these things do help us. And if we can weave them into our Christmas, it will feel better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, this Christmas, just maybe prioritise self-care.
Absolutely. And see what difference it makes.
Yeah.
Test it out.
So, we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Very Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much for listening to us, sharing, telling your friends about us, subscribing. Thank you for all your support.
That is amazing.
Yeah, we're really grateful for all of you.
Yes. And let's go into 2025 together. Let's make this world a brighter place. And we can do it. I know that in my heart. We really can do it. So sending you very Christmassy vibes, or very loving vibes, whatever you believe or follow.
Yeah.
Sending you lots of love. And remember, you are awesome.
Yeah, today and always.
Take care.
Lots of love.
Lots of love.